Happy Sunday. So, I wanted to talk about today the truth about what is happening on California beaches. Now, you probably have heard, or maybe you haven't, that the beach communities in California are in a back and forth battle with the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, and it's actually gotten to the point where it's actually a legal battle at this point. But I thought I would come on here and share a personal, firsthand account of what is actually happening on the beaches of California. Now, I want to preface this by saying this is the beaches that I go to, which are in Central California. So I think what I've been experiencing here is pretty close to what is actually happening in most of California. The most of the criticism from Gavin Newsom has been towards Orange County. We can chalk that up to it's actually bad there, or that's one of the most conservative areas of California. But I don't really want to get too political in this video. But that's what a lot of people are saying. He's kind of singling them out for a reason. But I think outside of that, it's mostly what I experience. And I want to touch on one more thing before I talk about my experience. The mayor of Newport Beach, Newport Beach is a coastal city in Orange County, California, actually went on a Fox News program and said he wished that Governor Newsom had called him to ask him what really happened, and not so that Governor Newsom didn't base his entire decision and his entire rhetoric or kind of public scolding of Orange County on a picture that was used as a thumbnail or as the heading or whatever for one article in the Orange County Register or one of the Orange County publications, because that picture ended up being a stock photo and also was taken at an angle that made the beach look more crowded than it actually was. And so this was an instance where Governor Newsom mistook and did a misstep, because he clearly acted on his initial gut reaction to a photo that, upon closer inspection and further detail and upon more investigation, would have been revealed as not as bad as it looked. So it could have saved him, honestly, a lot of legal troubles and a lot of public bashing if he would have gone a little bit extra into the investigative side of things. So I just wanted to touch on that first. But I wanted to give my account, and this is what happened today. I wrote a little blurb before I went to the beach. I went to In-N-Out because I wanted to treat myself or whatever, and I went through the drive-thru, and I thought it was interesting. There were 30 cars in line at In-N-Out. Now, I don't usually go to In-N-Out during peak time, so I don't know if that's a normal peak time, whether it's pandemic or not. I know it's always busy, but to me, it was just a sign that people were out and about. Like, people wanted to get out of their house, right? The parking lot was packed, and it was near Walmart or near like a shopping area. That was pretty packed. There was a lot of people on the road. I mean, it wasn't like it was a ghost town. Maybe a few weeks ago it was, but every day since has gotten more and more busy because people want to get on with their lives, right? So I noticed 30 cars in line. No one was honking or getting mad at each other or being frustrated. The workers were in a good spirit, really nice, really helpful, didn't seem overly stressed or anything, and it was a packed house of all employees. Great service, great food. I literally think they got through 30 cars in like 15 minutes maybe, which is, I think, is pretty impressive considering it's a drive-through and you have to collect the payment differently than walking in. It's kind of a different sequence, but pretty incredible. And one thing I did find that was very interesting while I was waiting in line for my food, I had both my windows open because there was a nice breeze today. It was like 75 degrees. I was like, why not turn off the air in my car and let the natural breeze come in, right? Get some fresh air. I noticed that someone was pulling in, and it looked like they had missed the drive-through line and they got stuck, so they were going to turn around, but they ended up parking. And then I see another car parked next to them, and then I see a lady walk up to them and says, "Hi, oh my God, I just put my hair up and went out so I could meet you," or whatever. And then the girl gets out of the car and gives her a hug, and the girl that was walking over said, "Oh, happy birthday," to the other person in the car. So it was clear that they either were visiting or they ran into someone they knew. accidentally or just when they're out and about. And they gave all of them hugs, and they said happy birthday. They weren't wearing a mask or anything. So I thought it was interesting that happened, and it really hit me a little bit, where I was like, you know what, there is still hope that we haven't completely lost the America that we once knew and loved, and there is that hope that we'll get it back once this is all over. So I wanted to share that story because it goes with the beach story, because I went there before I went to the beach, obviously. And in case anyone's wondering, I usually get a cheeseburger with no onions, a front side of fries, and a Neapolitan shake. That's my order. Sometimes I'll get 2 burgers instead of a fry and a burger, but today that was the order. And it was really good. So I just wanted to throw that story in there. So now let's talk about the beaches. So I'll set the scene for you. Let's imagine here. So right now the beaches are open for exercise and fresh air, or exercise and fresh air. On the signs there it says no sunbathing and no loitering, and you can surf and you can swim, but you can't surf, I don't think. But you can't be in groups obviously bigger than like 5 or 10, and make sure to keep your distance, whatnot. You can't really lay, or they don't want you to like sunbathe, but I saw people doing that today. But anyways, I think as long as you keep the social distance and it's not too packed in, then they let you do that. Also there, so the parking lots that are actually state owned, meaning you pay to park there, are all closed. But in the beach that I go to, it's like a town, that's the beach town. So there's street parking, there's metered parking, there's parking on the street like a little bit off the way, so you have to walk a little bit. And a lot of beaches are like that. And so the state can only do so much in closing beaches. If there's a way to park somewhere and walk, and you're willing to do that, then they can't really stop you, right? I've seen also in, I think it was in Newport Beach, which I just talked about. No, Laguna Beach, sorry. In Orange County, people broke through the barricades and were protesting on the actual beach. And it looked like, from what I read, that they weren't kicking the people off. They were just telling them to practice the social distancing or whatnot. So I thought that was interesting kind of thing. They're just making a statement, right? So that's the scene there. You can't pay to park in a state-owned parking lot, but you can go on the beach as long as you can find parking that's free, or like city parking that's not state-owned. And as long as you keep your distance from people and you're not like being what's the word I'm trying to looking for? Being I lost my train of thought. You're not being like unruly or being taking advantage of the situation or doing something on purpose. That's what I was trying to say. I did see cops there. There are lifeguards on duty, still enforcing rules with dogs and stuff like that. So things are happening. But it was a beautiful day. It was breezy. It was sunny, 75 degrees. The hills are all green right now because we just had a lot of rain. There was a few clouds in sight, but it was clear. You could see the water, you could see the islands off the coast, and it was just really nice. The waves were going. It was just beautiful. And in this thumbnail of this video, I'm going to put the picture that I took today, showing you the crowd level. And you can see it's not as bad as what people were portraying it to be in the media. And so I had another point here as well. So in California, most beach towns, if not most of the people who live in beach towns, live in places that don't have air conditioning. And if you live within a certain distance of the beach, usually you don't have, or of the coast, you don't have air conditioning in your residence. And so on most of the year, if the inland is hot, sometimes the coast is not hot, even in like summertime or spring or fall. So most of the year, you don't need air conditioning because you get either morning overcast and it makes it cool, and it's usually cloudy most of the day, even in the summer, and you don't need air conditioning because you can open your windows and just let the breeze come in. Occasionally, there is times when the entire area is hot, even the coast, and that is usually when most people flock to the beaches, especially people who are close to the beach that can, or people who are inland who maybe have air conditioning, but they're like, I just need a day like away from this heat and I don't want to be inside, so they go to the beach. It's a pretty natural thing to do as a human if you're body is overheating, you want to cool down. I don't think that's completely unreasonable. The problem with Governor Newsom's idea to close the state beaches is you're removing people's choice to do that. Now, of course, if you feel more comfortable being away from the beach where there's crowds because for your own safety, you should be able to stay away, right? But if you feel like you have no choice, or you need to cool off, need to get outside, need to go closer to the beach because it's cooler there, I don't see why you should be stopping someone from doing that. And the alternative is, if someone is in their house overheating or near somewhere overheating and everything is closed as well, you can't go in like to shop or go to a mall or something that has air conditioning that you can walk around in, or go to your favorite store and just walk around for a little bit to cool off, like a Target or whatever, where they're encouraging you not to like loiter and just get what you need and get out. You kind of leave people no option. So that's why I think he's getting so much pushback with this order that he's trying to do. Is I don't think he understands that that's some people's only option right now. Is they don't have air conditioning. They're being discouraged from going out to the stores. Places that they would normally go and just walk around to cool off are closed. So that's the problem. So I just wanted to come on here and give my context of what is actually happening, and make sure to look at the thumbnail in my video, or head over to my, I posted it on my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Parler account. So if you want to go on those, so you can see that, click on the photo and kind of see what it's all about, or see kind of what it looked like. Make sure to do that and follow me while you're there, and subscribe here, leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up, whatever you got to do. It all helps, and I can't wait to hear what you think. If you're in California or somewhere where there's a beach, let me know what it's like where you are. Is the government or the local officials, are they enforcing a beach closure? Are they opening back up? Is it kind of no different than anything normally? I want to know what your experience is going on right now. So let me know, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.